And welcome back on my end.
Yeah, and welcome back on my end.
And Boris
See,
is probably with us this time.
I'm keeping that hiking thing in there.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm back. I no longer have a second ping. So,
Yes.
unfortunately, it means I have to work.
Yeah, the work.
I don't know.
Yep.
Having a second ping sounds like you should have a better internet than most of us.
Yes,
Oh,
Anubis. And
How come that seems to be a common phrase in every game I play with people?
Well, yes, Anubis.
that'd be less embarrassing if you weren't a dad.
I think it makes it more awesome. My son has a great time.
Yeah, it makes it
'Cause I'm his
basically
age.
acceptable. That's it.
Yeah.
So do you want me to continue the main platform all the way down towards your drill cell?
I guess so. It's gonna come in one side and go out the other, isn't it?
I guess that's what we're doing.
We'll find out when we're done.
Yeah.
You know, there's a tiny little speck of something.
Well, where is it?
Just there. It's above my. Let's see if I can position my welders or something immediately.
Let's get over here.
Oh, I probably should have mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm using DX11.
Ah,
So your screen's
Does it make a difference?
really dark.
Yep. Things are dark.
Things are dark.
Things are dark. But it's they fixed a bunch of bugs with it in the last. Can two people use it at the same time? No.
To use what?
The medical room. I'm gonna die.
Oh,
There
sorry.
we go. But yeah, they fixed a bunch of bugs with it. I was trying it out on a live stream a while back, and it would freeze my screen up, my game up completely for like a good 60 seconds every like couple of minutes. It would just completely freeze. I was basically Boris, and
I like how that's like a marker there. How it's just like that's like what you compare to.
That's right.
yeah.
But yeah, like they fixed a bunch of bugs with it, and I've been trying it out. I started trying it out again yesterday on the live stream I did, and it's worked actually pretty flawlessly. The only problem is the darkness from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to control that. Basically, it means I need to bring lights with me sometimes, but we'll see how it goes.
Makes sense in space.
Yeah, it does.
It's just
yeah.
for recording.
It's not so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, found this pebble that's stuck in space. Someone with a drill want to come and remove it or try?
Yep.
I haven't got a hand drill to hand.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's tiny. Can you see it right there?
I do. So, but if I start drilling this, I'm going to drill your ship.
Okay, let me move then.
Where's the pebble? Oh wait, that's not.
Oh, it is.
Got it.
You got it? Cool. It was a tiny little speck of rock. Sort of it floating in midair, and it kept on. My ship kept crashing into it.
There's another one right here as well. I can see one actually. I don't know if that's on the edge of this thing though. Oh, all of a sudden my frames have dropped a lot.
I imagine that there's probably a YouTube song out there that somebody's made about frames.
Oh, just frame rates.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, my
sure
friend,
does
my friend.
exist. Especially for space engineers. Because this game, I have no clue. Like, this game is just like, it's so unstable.
I've had a lot less trouble with this than I have with GTA.
I haven't got GTA on PC, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
that game. That game, I don't have frame problems with that game. I just have crashing problems with that game.
I've been
Yeah.
getting
The
lag
game I
spikes.
have crashing issues is with City Skylines at the moment.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah, I finished that series off actually, but it's there's so many times where I record for like an hour, and like 50 minutes in or something, it would crash. I had one recording where I did a huge amount of stuff, and it crashed before I could save the game.
Oh.
It's like
Oh,
it
jeez.
crashed as I was closing off the episode, pretty much. So
Oh,
yeah,
I feel like we're in the same spot here. Okay, moving on. So I guess we are just building this all the way to the other side? Is that what we're doing?
I guess so. That's what I'm doing.
I'm building till the hole. It's basically
Okay,
just
till the hole.
here, but you can do what you want.
Thanks, Boris.
If you want to start laying down machinery or structures or anything, Boris, because I think you might have a clearer idea on what we're building than anybody else.
Yep.
I can weld anything.
That also sounds like a song.
I operate less on a what we need to do basis and more on what I feel like doing. So if I get bored of something, then the project stops.
Yes, I know that. Can anybody say fairy?
Very.
Very.
Sorry, that was an inside joke.
Well, I started to
Very
build a space
inside.
ferry, and I left it
Ah.
about a year, probably. No, it's not that long. Maybe 8 months. And then eventually, it's now redundant, the idea, because the game updated so much that...
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
autopilot stuff made it so simple to do now.
So now I can't finish it, even if I wanted to, because if I did, I'd get angry YouTube comments.
Well, if you redesign it to use... Actually, one of my commenters was saying that we could actually do the ferry on this server, and it would be a lot less time and effort because of the waypoint system. Like, you just have to build it and then let it fly from place to place and pick people up and...
Yep. I guess that's what we
Yeah.
can do at this station.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it a ferry port station where people can all convene. Like, there's maybe one that just flies around everybody's base, and it's like a bus where it shows up at this time every day, and you can just jump on.
Yeah. Make it a sort of super fast ship.
But we'll have to get Mir to get the system running, because then it'll be efficient and always on time.
We may need to... I guess we build what we need to and then evaluate whether the station's too big. Because if we keep building, then we end up with like the last, like the Season 1 world of this server, not the Merry Friends or Motley Space Crew or whatever you call it.
Whatever we call it.
Yeah, it's weird how you guys all call it Merry and Friends.
Well, mine is actually called the Motley Space Crew, but
I think I said that in one of my episodes. It makes me feel important.
Well, at the time I didn't know anyone other than you, so it was Merry and Friends, and then it seemed a bit rude, so I changed it to the Merry Friends, because just ignore everyone else.
yeah.
Well, I think it was something we were discussing. I remember me and you talking about it, Boris, when on one of our episodes where you were saying about the title when Merry wasn't there, and it was a weird title to call it Merry and Friends when Merry wasn't there, and we settled on Merry Friends at that point.
Yeah, so I changed the series title right there and then in the video.
Yeah.
I love the way that whenever somebody doesn't show up though for a recording, how you just like cross them off the list. That
On the thumbnail.
like right on the thumbnail, there's just like this red line. It's like, no, you're gone. It cracks me up every time.
It's annoying though, because it means I have to do more work.
Yes, and I know that your favorite part of YouTube is thumbnails. I hear, right?
They are an abomination on mankind.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh my god, I'm lagging like crazy in the moment.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Like if this is how big our platform is gonna go. So explain it to me again, Boris, and I'll help you build it.
I'm drilling.
Okay.
That's useful.
Hang on, I'll just finish this line, but
How big do we want to have, or so I guess, all I need to know is how far apart do connectors need to be from each other?
Well, that
maybe
depends on how the size limit of the ships.
Yeah.
we could maybe use the ugly barrier as a guide.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big ship.
Yeah.
But do you
If-
reckon you can get 12 ugly berries
that
in here?
size? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't thinking about inside here. The inside, I think I like Sal's idea of making the inside for small ships.
So
but
what make maybe
the large ones would have to be like
Scattered.
sticks sticking out the side.
All right. Well, let's see here. So if we went all the way around the hole as the center, and we went up, down, left, right, so we can go one ship straight above, one ship straight below, left, right, and then in the corners, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 ships.
We'd have to minimize the amount of connectors we use. Not connectors, conveyors.
Yeah,
Because the
but that's
tubes
a lot.
aren't very friendly performance-wise.
It's still not friendly, unfortunately.
But we're gonna have to move this platform, I think.
What, this colourful one?
This colorful one.
Oh,
Well, actually, maybe
okay.
that's the next job. Is we actually find a place inside here that we're gonna make the assembly room, and then we just move it in and we get rid of it.
It seriously looks like a bag of Skittles just barfed all over this. To be honest. like it's. Just,
It was
I really can't put my finger on it. Like, why?
Yeah.
So-
act of vandalism.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. There's it may or I don't want to place any blame or say any names, but his
Spider-Man.
name might have started with Drunk Spider-Man, but
Yeah, Sal briefly explained why it was so colourful.
I've already grassed him up.
yep.
But yeah, no, I'm just thinking of Skittles when I look at that.
So where would so the small ship, if we say small ships land in the front part here, and then we make the entrance. How far in do we want to make for small ships? So if that's the top there, maybe where the. So if I go,
Probably round about where you are.
if I make a line in the sand
Yeah.
right here,
So then from there forward is all for small ships.
right, that would be a dock. Is that too big?
If that's going to hold all small ships, then probably
Well,
not.
It's gonna hold, ships that come and dock that want to be here at the same time, basically.
Okay, so this is just for... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's probably about the size because, you never know, how many are going to be there. So you need to at least be able to facilitate a few ships.
Right. So if we make that where, that basically should be the line where the inside building starts and the airtight area starts.
And
Okay.
what about individual docking ports so that everybody's got their own dedicated docking site for small ships? So that would be 12, was it? Did Boris say?
Yeah,
Is that-
12, but we might want to... I don't want to spoil anything about possible people joining, but there might be. So
Yeah.
we need to leave room for expansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12 is...
So on this small dock area, we need to have enough room for 12 small ships at the same time. That's the goal?
yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just paint. So
Let's just paint.
I'm going to paint where I think, how big maybe things should be, and then we
Well,
can figure out.
Here's a small ship.
Whoa.
My favorite color is blue.
All right.
So if we say that's the width of one, then you might want to leave it until here.
Oh, yeah. I was actually about to paint there. So look at that. We're on the same page. Let's see how many ships that makes if we make it that wide.
So one on each side.
Well, you probably can, I guess, one on each side, so you can get 2 ships.
So how far away is that from the other line? Oh, it's counting time. 1, 2. Okay, so 7 in between. So 1, 2. So then that would be the new line of the next set of ships.
What, then you can probably get 2 ships per section? Maybe 3? Depending on the size.
Well, yeah. Do we need to cut these right in half? I guess. Like
if you cut them directly in half, yeah.
Probably do. I want to make sure there's enough room.
Yeah.
So now I need to count again. So.
Well, we can extend this first one. Can we extend the first one out, or will that not look very good?
What do you mean?
Make this rectangular out the front.
I'll bring my welder.
Yeah, you could.
Place some
Yeah, why
blocks.
But will it look a bit silly having it sort of poking out the end, or do we want it to be
Nah.
completely inside?
Like, you can make it kind of like on the underneath. You could kind of curve the metal under, like, to
Yep.
go back towards the asteroid to make it kind of look a bit more nicer instead of just a straight edge. And that will work. So then we can get rid of this. And probably get
So
rid of
highly
these 3 here.
scientific, this.
Mm.
I do not think that word means what you think it does.
It's got numbers in it.
And that's what
all.
counts.
That's all it takes. Science.
Science.
Or if I was going to start channeling Jesse Pinkman, it'd be science, bitches.
Yeah.
All right. So is that 1, 2, 3? That's only 6.
Was that 6? Was
what
that?
Did I
about
count wrong?
6 on the other side? Because we've got the other side of the asteroid as well, so we could have 6
Or-
one side and 6 the other.
You guys, we're thinking very two-dimensional right now. What if the other 6 are up there?
On this.
I thought about that, but then how do people get out?
That could work.
Because if you get out, then you'd fall to the floor.
Have it like, yeah, because if there's no
Or-
gravity in here,
Or flip the gravity up the other way, so you have two.
well, then if
two
you did
floors.
have gravity, then people have to have landing gears and they just land it on the roof.
Oh, I am an expert at making change in gravities in my bases.
Okay, so we
The
like flip
landing
this
gears in
up the other way.
multiplayer though are a bit not really an option.
Just
But
hang on.
connectors, you
Hang on,
can
let
land
me
to a
just- I'll
connector
tell you the
anywhere.
height.
Yeah. I think that's what we were planning, right? Was connectors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, landing gears. They're talking about a fix to landing gears that should actually make them work again. But
And
Wow.
the rest.
Yeah.
what's
Well,
that?
you
Sorry.
say
And the rest would be nice.
Yeah.
you say work
It
again.
would be nice if
you mean work
the
for
actual
the first
games
time.
or the features in the game are actually usable.
Oh, I'm not talking to my
Yeah.
mic.
I wouldn't mind them if they kind of went back and properly like restabilized the game instead of adding things.
Although the last time they did a bug fixing month
really
or whatever,
bad.
it got even worse.
It got even worse.
Hang on, Anubis. I'll tell you how high the roof. Or do you actually want it all the way up there? 'Cause if-
Well, that was my plan at the moment,
that
but if
seems
you guys
a
think that
lot of
that's much,
space in between to fill. There's a lot
Most
of
people
front
are
wall.
flying very tall ships, but very thin.
yeah. And it is just gravity to get out. So you jump out of your ship and you fall to your death.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, I was thinking take the bottom and flip it the other way, so that when you get out of your ship, there's 2 floors basically
Yeah.
facing one another, and then on
Another
the top
plane, or-
you'd walk in here, and then there would be a gravity change. But I was going to
I like
see
that,
how tall this would need to be. 1 second.
Yeah, I was just building for a bit, and then we can
Sorry,
kill
yeah,
those. But I'm just making
I-
the frame.
I was talking to myself for a bit. Like my microphone was muted, and I didn't know how much you missed of what I said, so I just repeated it all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you missed all of it. Because that was all new to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was all new.
I'll not weld until you're comfortable with your scaffolding designs.
And I'll just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
So you're now Boris.
Yep, I've now taken Boris's place.
And with that revelation is the end of the episode.
Wow.
Woohoo! All right, guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.